pharmaceutical industries really kind of invented the big corporation startup collaboration since the recombinant DNA since 1970. So if you look where the new molecules come, they usually come from startups. And now in the digital health space, we have actually in some way fallen a little bit behind of the tech industry. So startups, we really look in the digital and technology space in startups, how can we actually go better beyond the pill? I mean, we have in some way the machine creating molecules, but how do we actually make those molecules accessible? How do we deliver the change in the healthcare? How do we provide new approaches in the healthcare? There we really need to partner with startups, but not only with startups, actually also with our patients, with hospitals, with insurances. It's not one-on-one. I think the future of healthcare is really a question of how different actors across the spectrum of payers, patients, and providers and the pharma industry come together to invent and innovate new ways of delivering better care for the patients. So startups play a very important role in this setup, and none of us can do it alone and should do it alone. So startups are really fundamental for our approach.
Jesus, I think this is a great cue for you. As Hannes mentioned, it's not just about solutions, it's also how do they reach the patients and how insurance companies and doctors, clinics, hospitals work with them. So similar question for you. Sanitas is a health insurance company in Spain, giving its clients access to 100 private clinics around the country. What's your thought about where does innovation fall in your organization?
Basically, in our case, innovation has been a part of our DNA for many years, but it's also true that the health insurance business has been sort of a kind of traditional industry for many centuries. And I think it's a business which is pretty much evolving a lot in the last few years, because basically I think that mostly everyone is changing the mindset in terms of how we perceive ourselves. I mean by this that up to a point we have all been paying bills, let's put it that way. It's been a business about paying bills for many years. And nowadays, because of technology and so on, we have found that we could do so many more things for our customers, a different value proposition probably, which is more about taking care of the customers in a different way and to become really more proactive and more preventive and all those things that we normally talk about when we talk about health, which has always been the promise, but it was a difficult promise to achieve without technology. Nowadays, eventually, I can be much closer to our customers and I can understand their needs in a much more detailed way, and hopefully I'm going to be able to provide some kind of preemptive, if you will, kind of attention so that we focus a little bit less in treating sickness and a little bit more in preventing sickness.